Welcome to the Backyard Professor Responds videos. I have found the Italian version of Chris Bledsoe. I've watched this video 3 times this morning, and it just blows me away. It is incredible. One of the takeaways from this information is that the UFO phenomenon is genuinely worldwide, and I have been wondering, as I'm sure so many of us has been, why is Chris Bledsoe the only one that these UFOs are allowing for him to show the orbs, etc.? Well, it turns out Chris Bledsoe is not. This is not to take anything away from Chris Bledsoe. From my take on this is to enhance the credibility, because this Italian gentleman appears to me to be the real deal. Now, he had an investigative journalist, just like Ross Coulthart, investigate him, and one of the most intriguing cases of a mass experience with UFOs in Italy. I had never even heard of this until this morning. We Americans kind of get American-centric, and I'm including myself in on this. Yet this phenomenon is absolutely happening worldwide. This gentleman mentions Russia, and he mentions several places in Europe and up in the north. It's not just Area 51 that this is occurring. And so let's take a look. I want to share. I'm going to take just the portion of this interview. Of course, I will leave a link in the description. But I am going to share just the portion that I just kept saying, oh my gosh, that's what Bledsoe says. Oh my gosh, that's what the UFOs told Bledsoe. Oh my goodness, that's what Chris Bledsoe is showing, etc. It's staggering what this shows.
They come to the house of Antonio, just in front of him, to his window, and he's able to record right there these UFOs. You just saw 2 or 3.
Oh, remarkable.
There are 50, 60 videos like that.
Is he like Billy Meyer of Switzerland?
Exactly.
That has those incredible...
Exactly. Even more, because now it's closer, it's in the middle of the city. There are many witnesses. There is a group now that records with... You saw the last 2 videos,
right?
There are other videos recorded by other people at the same time.
So this is ongoing.
Yeah, and what is incredible, I've been with Ursi in Laughlin, Nevada, and he recorded the UFO. In Chicago, and he recorded the UFO. In New York, in Argentina, in Brazil, in Mexico City, in Turkey, in all of those places where he was invited, he recorded UFOs. I'm telling the production people here, I am telling you, invite Ursi, bring his videos, and if he comes here with enough time, let's say 3 or 4 days,
sure,
he will record a UFO here, because they follow him.
They follow him, don't they?
I couldn't believe it. And he told me that sometimes he's sleeping and these creatures come to his home. I am very skeptical about contactees, and I am skeptical about,
until you investigate
in the houses and so on.
Sure.
It's very difficult for me to believe that. But he told me, Jaime, it's very uncomfortable. I wake up and I have a face here in my face looking at me, and I don't know what to do. And they have told me in my head that I have to release all this information, that they want us to understand that they are here, that they are good, that they don't want problems with us. They want to create a contact, and he is the messenger. And
what's his motivation for this?
Now, I do have to say one thing that is aggravating is the background music. I get that. They have been told in the comments, please redo this and leave the stupid music out. We want the conversation, not the music. I get that. So ignore that, though, because this is Chris Bledsoe. This whole scenario is the exact same situation only happening in Italy. The astonishing thing is, everywhere this guy goes, they follow him. That's what Chris says. He can call the orbs. This gentleman calls the actual spaceships, though. He sees the saucers. He also sees, for lack of a better description, what they call paranormal phenomenon in the sky, whatever that means. They show an example or two in this discussion. But yeah, this is so interesting. And listen to what the message is. This intrigued me. And we need this, in my opinion.
Because
he doesn't get a penny. He doesn't ask a penny. No money. He's poor. I told you he designs for Rihanna, for Beyonce, and so on.
Yeah.
He doesn't get
That's
money.
his career.
That's his career, but everybody exploits him. The big names, Armani, Versace, exploits him. You know, they paid him peanuts, and he has to continue. And sometimes he doesn't have money to get tapes or cards to record. That's the way. He lives in a very small house. It's a very simple life, and he's so nice. You couldn't believe it. You have to meet him, because I think he's the most important character right now. And you know what? He's not known in the USA.
No.
He's not known.
Well, he will be after this program.
Please. He deserves to be known. He deserves good investigation. MUFON should get involved in this. Go to Italy, take a look, go to the witnesses. Probably they will have the luck to record a UFO. In June the 10th, you saw the video, a Japanese crew was there recording, and they got this video too.
Oh, they must have been amazed. Does he speak English?
No, he doesn't speak
not.
English. He speaks a little Spanish. His mother is Argentinian, and he speaks Italian. Anyway, even if you have to translate right in here, bring him, because he's very important. He's the Billy Mayer.
Well, maybe we could have Paula Harris interpret.
Absolutely, absolutely. Paula knows about him, and many people know about him, but not in the U.S. I asked people here, and nobody knows him. And I think this is the most important case, and he has so much to tell. You'll see what I mean.
And you believe that he gets these videos because they're coming to him. For some reason, they want him to be able to tell the world about them.
Absolutely. No, they come. You know something very important, and this is very important for the people that record UFOs. After 2011, he got a huge lens. And now at the beginning, the UFOs came to his house, very close, very close.
Yeah.
Now that he has a big lens, they come very high in the sky. With these lenses, he's able to record them, and you can see what is a little dot is a big UFO when you use that lens. It means that if people start recording UFOs with super lenses, we are going to see a very different reality.
Absolutely. Jaime, has he explained to you why him? He's got to be baffled about this.
I don't know. I think it's because from very little he was so interested. He was looking to the sky all the time. He was looking to them. He went to special places to try to attract them. And sometimes in some of his videos you can hear music in his house because he meditates. Mm-hmm. And after he meditates, they come. And he feels it. He feels that when you go to the roller coaster, you have this feeling. He tells me, it's very uncomfortable. Jaime, I am talking to you, and I feel this, and I cannot talk, I cannot do anything. Did he do that
in front of you?
And he knows they are there. And he takes a camera, and he looks for them, and most of the time he records them.
Does he enjoy the fact that he's being contacted?
That description just reminds me so much of Chris Bledsoe explaining to Colonel Alexander, to Jim Semivan, to the groups of people that he gathers with. Someday I'd really like to get over there to Chris and Ryan and have my own experience with them. It's all the way across the country, however. Can't right now, but yeah, this entire process is, it appears to me, remarkably similar to what Chris Bledsoe has described.
I think he likes it.
All right.
He doesn't like to be visited by them. He doesn't like that because he gets scared. Now he has cameras inside his home, and he says that sooner or later he's going to record these creatures inside his house.
Has he been abducted?
No.
He has not.
No.
Has he explained what these creatures look like?
Yeah, they are. Some of them are human. Many of them are grays, and some of them are tall whites. That's what he says. And they come to his house, not the humans, but to his home, the little grays and the other tall whites, they come and he gets scared.
Do the tall whites look somewhat human?
Somewhat human. Yes.
They're skinnier, though.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Very tall.
Yeah.
He told me they came from here to here in his.
8 feet, 9 feet tall. How tall?
Like what? Probably 6, 7 feet tall.
So we're being visited, in your opinion, by a number of different races.
This is the first time. I just went to see him in May, and this is the first time he tells me that he has been visited. He didn't tell me before. He said this happened 10 years ago, and it's continued happening. Not recently, but like for many years, it was very constant. And now he has a camera inside his house, and he expects that sooner or later he's going to record them, and people will believe him. And some people like Giorgio Bongiovanni, the stigmata, has told him twice. Be ready.
Stigmata, of course, being the wounds of Jesus.
Yes,
right, of Christ.
He said the Virgin is going to give you a sign, flying in the sky. Amazing. And Giorgio told him before. And this time, just recently, in April 2018, he told him, you are going to record a gold UFO. And he recorded this gold UFO on April 17th.
Jaime, are these messages?
Yes.
Are they trying to tell us something?
Yes.
What do you think the message is?
They are using him to tell us something. They are using him for us to get used to their presence. I think this is something important, and I think very soon we are going to learn why it's so important.
So I wasn't that impressed with the video of the white object at all. I don't even know what that represents. He probably did see something. I don't know what that is. The gold UFO was interesting. That was definitely a little bit better. A little bit jiggly. That's true. I agree. But the guy does have a tripod. I hope he just keeps practicing videoing. I'm probably going to get some shaky video of my own, so I'm not going to critique him too hard on that anymore. He has some historic photos and videos earlier on in the discussion, but pretty interesting. Fun to investigate these other claims and cross-check and see how they compare as well as contrast. Do they support some accounts? Do they contradict other accounts? But even Danny Sheehan has said that there are at least seven or more species, different species of UFO beings that people have encountered, and this is corroborated in this count. There's at least 3 that this particular gentleman is describing. So just incredibly fascinating, this whole subject, and it's weird. There's no one who thinks it's more weird than me, and yet there is some interesting, compelling cross-checks, and I really am glad for that. Seems like it's a pretty wild parameter. I'm with you on that. And yet they are sticking within a parameter of other UFO experiencer descriptions that, in my opinion, help corroborate the issue. So that's what I wanted to show you today. There are other people besides Chris Bledsoe who have experienced the UFOs, and they all are saying love is the energy. That is one of the most important messages that this Italian experiencer has been giving. And he told this reporter the reporter earlier on, I can't find it right now, but when you watch it, you'll hear it very clearly. Love is the key. And it just, I get it. In a way, our society is almost averse. We really don't want to talk about love. We would much rather talk about power and MMA and fighting and boxing and football and sports and violence and guns and stuff. And the aliens are saying love is the real key. And that's what I advocate for. I think that is the correct track. It is the positive emotion. You have the negative emotions, the anger, the jealousy, the hate, etc. And the way the religious folks say is that cankers your soul. Well, the best way to put that is that cankers your soul. I think they're right there. Love and joy, sharing and giving, encouraging, etc. Putting the two hemispheres of the brain together for a whole unified humanity is truly the superior way. And I'm following that as far as I'm concerned. So not trying to get religious, not trying to get preachy. I'm just saying our basic human makeup of emotional ranges, and our range of emotions is really extensive, but we focus too much on the bad or the negative, and we need to shift that, in my opinion. So thanks for watching the Backyard Professor Video Responds. I will be back with much more. I hope you guys have a terrific President's Day, Monday, February 17th. I will catch up to you soon.